Hello, I am Nick Hamden, and I'm going to talk about Prodigy, which is a math game service free for all users on the internet, and useful for classrooms in the first through eighth grade setting. If you go to the website, which is prodigygame.com/play, you can see a login information on how a student would log in to the website to be able to access its features. But first, I'm going to show you what it looks like from a teacher point of view. On this point of view, this is my actual thing where I have these four different blocks named ham6, ham5, ham4, and ham2, which is my last name, and then what block it is, with the various students in that class. And this allows me to track their stats on this application. So last week I can see that Giovanni answered 175 questions through the service out of 227. And none of this was in class time. Giovanni on his own last week just decided to play this game enough to answer 227 questions, which is great for Giovanni. And then I can see the stats of other students and how many they did or did not do throughout the week. Along with that, they do a diagnostic test first off with the service to determine how they are at math, to give them appropriate math questions. And it gives you a little breakdown right here. So even though I am sixth grade math, I have students that tested as fifth grade or fourth grade level content, some at sixth grade, but then some even at the eighth grade level. Those two students, David and Briseda, are getting questions much harder than what I am teaching and still doing relatively well, learning it through the program, kind of doing a self-differentiating method, so that they're coming to me and asking me questions about volume of cylinders or area of circles or what is slope and all these things that we're not doing in my level of math, but I'm still helping them without by getting them this higher level math knowledge, helping them succeed at a bigger level. Through this, I can also set up assignments. I can set it on a specific standard or a quiz. When you do the standards, I already have it set up to be for Texas, which is where I live. I can determine which standard I want based on our actual TEKS plan example. And I can just set it up for the next 3 days on Prodigy. Those students in this class will have that exact standard to test for, which is good for upcoming quizzes or the final assessment. And obviously there are tons of reports, both in terms of their activity and usage and what TEKS and standards they're having problems with. The actual game, this is going to be my character, Roman Fancy Dancer. I have only played a little bit. They get login bonuses. But there's my character right there. It's kind of a cross between an RPG and Pokemon and all these other games, where you can start a battle, cast spells, and to cast a spell you need to answer not a multiplication, a math problem based on whatever plan you're on or assessment or grade level. Planes falling without multiplying. If you get it right, it tells you you're correct. You get to cast a spell, cool things happen, and so on. And it gives them relatively fun way to play and learn math things on their own. You can use it in class, which I do sometimes. Just last week I did not. Now, the reason why this is good is obviously telling you that I've had students who answered hundreds of extra math questions last week is obviously an amazing statement, all out of class. And the standards, it has all of the regular Texas standards available for it, and it has state-specific standards for other states as well, and the Common Core standards to be able to ask specific questions to help them with the tests. And eventually in April, I'm going to use the test prep button here, which is a pretty in-depth over 100 question assessment. And as you see, it specific to Texas testing levels. And it asks even harder questions to actually get them better for the test. Of course, the whole thing's free. There is a membership that they can do that the parent can decide. It gives them like cooler pet items, stronger spells maybe, but it's all optional. And yeah, other than that, Prodigy is a relatively cool service, completely free. And as far as I can tell, the students have never really complained when I said, "Oh, we need to play some Prodigy." It's usually a good moment in class. Other than that, thank you for listening, and I hope this was informative.